Hello everybody, it is I, Zankoku, bringing you a video about video games because, my last video about video games was so damn popular. Well, anyways, I just had to say something. I have been moved to actually make this video because I have reached the tipping point that the straw has broken the camel's back. It is I've gotten to the point where it's just my head is going to explode. And basically it's that mainstream video game journalism is now dead. And has been dying for several years, but now it's just officially dead. And what do you mean? Well, before I explain, first just to tell you about the background video. This is me taking out my frustrations on unlucky enemies on Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, so enjoy the assault drone massacre going on while I talk to you about why mainstream video game journalism is dead. The thing that I think most people who play video games want when someone's talking about games and gaming is to be about the games and about how good they are, how well they control, how much they innovate, how much they add to the experience, how fun they are, whether or not they're worth the money, whether or not they're too short or too long, if they're too difficult, not difficult enough, the things that can actually affect your overall enjoyment of a game. Sure, aesthetics and character can be part of that, but the core is the game itself, the gameplay. Whether it's broken, whether you need a 50 gig patch on day one to actually play the damn thing. Things like that. But no, instead, it's turned out to be more about pushing the social justice, political correctness ideology onto games. That's what the mainstream video gaming journalism has seemed to become. Because let's just talk about the story that just blew my mind. And you guys can look it up, but basically some guy was able to play the new Mario Maker game, the new game by Nintendo, before it releases. So I don't know if it was like a alpha or a beta version, whatever, but he was playing the game. And he was so moved to make an article about it. And he wasn't moved by the gameplay. He wasn't moved by the controls. He basically, who cares about all that stuff? What bothered him, what moved him to make the article that he did was that when you play the game, you add stuff and you delete stuff from the game space. And when you do it on screen, a hand goes and performs that action. And that hand happened to be, for him, that of a white female. Now, given that this is a Japanese game, Nintendo, Japanese maker, it was probably an Asian female's hand, but, whatever. He was bothered that it was a white female hand, and I think mostly that it was white. I think was probably his biggest problem. And he asked if the game could be changed. He could change that. And at the time he played it, he was not able to do that. Now, I've heard rumors, and these are just rumors, I don't know if it's confirmed, but that you can actually change the color of the hand. But, this was the thing. This was the news. Not, whether or not it seems like Mario Maker was a promising game. Not that he thought that the gameplay was going to be good or bad, or that maybe this might be an app that people want to get a Wii for. Maybe this is the savior of the Wii, or maybe it's too little too late. No, the crux of his story is, what if I was not a white woman? How do I relate to this hand in Mario Maker? It's so jarring, it takes me out of the gaming experience. No! Said no actual gamer ever. I don't even think, they don't care about the hand. A person who's going to buy Mario Maker and plays that game and enjoys that game doesn't give a shit about the color of the hand. The hand could be a claw from a mongoose, for all they care. as long as the gameplay is fun and they can make crazy Mario levels and put them online and download other crazy Mario levels and just be all insane. I mean, did we have a problem with Little Big Planet because the voice was like a white British person? I mean, I don't remember that article going, I was playing Little Big Planet, and the thing that stuck out to me was the narrator's voice was white and British. What if I was a Hispanic male? Why can't it be Antonio Banderas' voice? Can I change that in the options? Can I change it to... No, that wasn't an issue, because who gave a shit about the narrator? So, the same thing, who gives a shit about the hand that does the editing? Who cares? It's about the damn game and the gameplay. That does not take away from the game experience. Plus the fact that you can change the color of it doesn't really add to the gameplay experience ever. And if you were so shallow of a person that matters, then if that's gonna bother you, if your character, or not even your character, if something in the game like the hand that does the editing, the color of the hand that does the editing is what's going to pop your brain, then you should get out of the gaming industry, dude. How you should, because that's just crazy. But I mean, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, we've had all kinds of stories, like from the whole thing about Bayonetta 2. The gameplay is awesome, it is a great game, but I can't give it a perfect score because that female character is way too sexualized. Or was it there was that review of The Witcher 3 where a game based in medieval Europe, or a fantasyized medieval Europe, had a lot of white people in it, because medieval Europe definitely was the multicultural center of the universe, right? White people were probably the minority in that situation. No, I mean, that would be like me complaining about playing Nobunaga's Ambition on the Nintendo, or the Romance of the Three Kingdoms on the old NES, and going, there's too many Asian people in this game. Where are the black people? No, because they're based in a kind of a historical setting, and that was the main demographic at the time. And my goodness, let's not even talk about there. I think there's like articles about Skyrim. I mean, you can sort of create your own character and your own race in that, so it shouldn't even be an issue, right? But it's just crazy. It's just more and more about pushing this bullshit political correctness, this bullshit, inclusiveness, and we got to go against stereotypes. Even though, if you are going to be a white male in a video game, you are probably, got 22-inch python, muscles with huge ripped pectorals, who can beat up 15 guys with your one hand. And we're that's it's a good thing a lot of guys are not bothered by body image things, because my God, I mean, we would be all in trouble, because the idea of the ideal man, it's got to be this ripped super soldier, whatever. Anyways, it's just gotten to be stupid, ridiculous, because we don't care about the games anymore. We don't hold the game companies, feet to the fire when they put out a game on PC that is unplayable for the majority of the people who bought it. But we bitch and moan and cause quite a stir because there's not enough trans people in your new game. And unfortunately, it seems like the game companies are listening to these idiots. I mean, look at EA and what they did with Dragon Age Inquisition. It's fine if the game creator wants to do that, if that's part of the story, if that's part of their artistic vision. But to just shoehorn it in to placate the social justice movement is just stupid. I'm just at a loss. I mean, what is this gaming world coming to? I mean, they're talking about how like the game industry is dying, and here we are. We've got the mainstream journalists not calling out all the bullshit when it comes to the business practices and the brokenness of the games and the lack of originality, the lack of innovation. Though they hold them over the flames for having too sexy female characters, not enough minorities, not enough transgendered, not enough gay options. That's what they're concerned with. I mean, I just can't. I just can't stand it. I mean, the mainstream game journalism is dead. Long live the new media, and the individual private YouTube reviewers, the the private individual bloggers, vloggers. That is where the true journalism is now. And those guys, especially the small guys, they can't get interviews with game producers. They can't get interviews with the executives at the game companies. But they're the ones who are telling you what's wrong. They're telling you, like, hey, the business practices, the fact that they can get away with putting out broken games, and we'll just fix it with a 5,000 gigabyte patch instead of, hey, let's delay it a week or two, let's delay it a month or two to make sure that when someone gets the game, they can tear it open out of the game case and pop it in their machine, or they can download it off of Steam and hit install and then play the game without having to wait like 2 days or a month or a year for it to actually work. That's where you get the integrity, is in the independent gaming media. I'm sorry, but IGN, GameSpot, all those guys, Polygon, oh my god, Polygon shouldn't even exist anymore. They should just change Polygon to social justice gaming website, where we don't care about actual games, just the content of the characters. or something like that. I don't know. But I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think? Is the mainstream gaming journalism dead to you? And do you now go for your gaming news to independent sources like those on YouTube? I don't know. Just tell me what you think, or tell me if you think I'm absolutely wrong and you think it's totally fine. Gaming journalism is alive and well and is talking about the right things, and that these social issues are way more important than making sure that the frame rate doesn't drop to 2 during a highly ambitious action scene. Whatever. So anyways, this may be one of the last video gaming videos I make, but it might not. I don't know. It just really depends on what inspires me enough to start yelling into a microphone and putting up gameplay video. Yeah. So whatever. This video is getting long, so I will leave it at that. Tell me what you think. Leave comments. Hopefully this will get 5 views and 2 thumbs up. All right, that's my goal. See you guys later.